Welcome back. We're staying on top of the developing story today on the case against Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. Her attorneys filed a motion to dismiss the charges, something that is routine in a lot of criminal cases. To give us some context, though, on what's unique about this, we have attorney Patrick Cafferty joining us this afternoon, a criminal defense attorney with the law firm Cafferty and Scheidegger. Thanks so much for joining us again. We had a similar conversation a couple weeks ago when Judge Dugan was arrested. And my question to you, I'm not ready to run the law school or anything here for having foresight, was aren't judges pretty much immune for whatever they do in the courtroom? And that's exactly the direction they went today.
Yeah, so if you think back to the conversation we had on the day that Judge Dugan was arrested, I think the words you used were, doesn't the judge get to run her courtroom like a kingdom? And I used the term inherent authority of the court to run their courtroom the way that they saw fit. So there was little information available back then, but I think both of our instincts were correct in terms of the defense that was ultimately going to be employed by Judge Dugan. And you can see that they have filed a motion to dismiss, very consistent with our original discussion.
What do you think in a case that is as full of politics as this one is, that Judge Dugan's motion actually cites some of President Trump's own arguments for presidential immunity that were successful in front of the U.S. Supreme Court?
And that is the irony of it. You have the Trump administration with Attorney General Bondi prosecuting the case, obviously using local assistance and so forth. But the defense for Judge Dugan is employing case law that was created by the Supreme Court just last year that ultimately allowed for President Trump's charges to be dismissed. And there are similar issues here. Basically, what Trump was arguing was that he acted in his official capacity. He had authority to do the things that he was doing. And Judge Dugan's defense team is basically arguing the same thing.
What do you make of the legal team that she has put together here? Steve Biskupik being at the head of it, but I mean, we have a former Solicitor General, Paul Clement, on here, Jason Luzak and Nicole Mesnica, two of the top trial attorneys in the game right now. It's basically the New York Yankees of defense attorneys she's put together.
Or the Milwaukee Brewers. They're doing pretty
the
well
82
too.
Brewers.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's put together a really nice team, and they were prepared. The indictment came down yesterday. The motion to dismiss was filed today. So they anticipated this, they researched it, they drafted it, they've crafted a really nice document. One of the things that jumped out at me was the caption, obviously, is United States of America versus Hannah Dugan, but in every single reference to Hannah Dugan in this motion, they refer to her as Judge Dugan. They are highlighting the fact that she was acting in her official capacity at the time that she did what she did. Real
quick here, because we're short on time. It seemed interesting to me that they're going to be arguing to a judge a case of judicial immunity, and judges kind of want to have that protection of immunity, don't they? I mean, is that going to be something that kind of hangs over parts of this case?
I mean, one way or the other, you'd think that any judge who's involved in this is going to have some sympathy for Judge Dugan and understand that she believed that she was acting in her official capacity at the time that she did this. But at the end of the day, the issue is going to come down to whether it was within the scope of her authority or whether it was outside of the scope of her authority. And we'll find out once the judge rules on the motion.
Pat Cafferty, thank you for coming in and talking with us about this.